I'll cut all that bit.
I am an optimist, actually.
Can we both apologise now?
Just a horrible knob reference.
Morning, madam. Could I interest you in a pocket?
What are you like?
When I did that, I was thinking about you.
Yeah.
See?
And that's great,
Just
'cause
wrote
it's-
some little things and little bits of research and...
What are you going to do next, Animals?
I might. All right, now then, here we go. Now, Frank.
On you
Frank,
go.
what have you got written in your passport as your job?
Professional entertainer.
Gigolo? No? OK, right, we'll forget that then.
I don't have anything there, actually, which means that when they say, are
don't
you a
exist.
doctor? I can say, yes, I am.
I don't think we have that anymore.
Yes, we do.
Do we?
Oh, well, it depends. My passport was 10 years ago.
I think you'll
Since
find...
10 years.
I think you'll find we don't have an occupation in our passport anymore. Am I wrong? Am I right? I don't think we do.
He's right.
Scribble that question out.
Oh, get rid of that one. If they don't know and somebody asks you what job you do, what do you say you do?
I'm a purveyor of mirth.
I'm a bringer of joy.
I've always seen myself as a writer, you see.
You wouldn't own up to any of your comedy
Yeah,
career
when somebody
then.
asks me that, I go, I'm a sort of writer. That's what I say.
Actor/writer.
I think I still say actor/writer. I'm still a bit scared of comedian just because I'm not a stand-up and I feel that actual stand-ups are going to gang up and kill me because I somehow haven't earned this, this
I kind
great title.
If I was on a train and I was going to get away from them quickly afterwards, I might just say I work in the city, or I train Labradors for the blind. In fact, I wouldn't say that because that would spark a conversation.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah, it
interesting,
would.
and I'd be out of my depth very quickly.
So you don't say I'm a comic?
No.
Do you not think that's a proper job then?
My terror with if I said, even when when that was my only job, a stand-up comedian, I would be very slow to say I'm a comedian because there's then, that what the next question is going to be.
Tell us a gag.
Yeah, and I don't know any jokes, so I can't tell you. And then they're kind of going, what sort of idiot is he? Moron.
Not a very good comedian.
Yes, I hope he's got the money to pay for this cab.
It's a stupid job sometimes, but it's a proper job.
To pretend you have a job, and you have to pretend that you go into work and nod at imaginary workmates. Right, nippy. Let's go over to the water cooler, chat about TV last night. Did you see? Yeah, good, wasn't it? Yeah, it's brilliant. At the end of the day, nick a load of stationery from your own house.
I think it's a grift. I view it very much as a grift, and I'm very grateful. And I think a couple of years in real work, 9 to 5 or whatever it is, 8 till 6 these days, it's tough. It's a tough job, and this is a real kind of. It's a great thing if you can make your living telling jokes. Why wouldn't you?
I just figure that if somebody can go to work, you're asking people to come and see you, and they're doing 8 hours a day, whether it be at Pronto Print or in an iron forge, you can do 5 or 6 sitting at a desk, just going.
Oh, it's bloody hard work.
It's not.
Of course it's a proper job.
It's not a job.
Well, what's a proper job?
Plastering's a proper job.
Why do you think it's not a proper
Plasterers'
job?
lives would be very empty without comedy.
Yeah, comedian's flat would be very sort of bare without a bit of plaster.
Well, you could always just nail up some
There
plywood.
are modern materials that you can bypass the plaster with, Charlie, and that hurts for a lot of plasterers.
Yeah.
Why do you really think it's not a proper job? I'm interested in this.
Look,
'cause
I
I've got a
love
feeling
it. No, I
don't
love
think
it.
is
I
it
love
because
it.
it's easy for you?
No, I don't think it's easy.
I think if you asked sort of younger comedians these days, they probably would say it's a proper job because a lot of them, they'll think about it from a young age. They'll train for it and they'll study for it. Someone like Matt Lucas grew up. All he wanted to do was comedy. He watched everything. He was obsessive about it, and he does it. And I'm sure he would say it's a proper job.
It's a bit like gambling, where the further you get into debt, the more you've got to gamble in order to get yourself out. Because the problem is that I started doing comedy when I was 18, and so I've been doing it 15 years, but to the exclusion of anything else. So I don't think I have many other skills. So I could learn how to work in a shop, but I haven't done it yet, so I would have to learn it. So I wouldn't readily be able to do anything else, I think.
Comedy is something you do because there's nothing else you know how or want to do. It's whether they pay you $1 or $1 million, you're just gonna do it, I remember my father telling me the same thing I told my kid. What are you going to... Yeah, that's all good and well, but for a living, what are you going to do for a living? You don't put those things together. You do that because there really isn't anything else that you even want to be good at, you know? It's a necessity.
To me, it's just, it's like the air you breathe. I mean, you can't think, I'm going to have a day off from being funny today. I'm not going to think of anything funny. I'm really going to concentrate on the other stuff, you know? It's just
What
not,
is that?
Yeah. No, but
other
there's
stuff.
plenty of serious stuff to think about. I think I'll think about that today. And if I have a conversation with anyone, I won't try and lighten things and, you know, avoid the real big issues by trying to make it funny. Because I'm going to have a day off.
Because I'm serious today.
I'm going to have a day off.
It's a sort of calling then for you in a funny way, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, not like the priesthood. I'm not touching kids.
No, but vocational in the kind of, you know, you've landed on something that's the right thing.
Yeah, I'm just sorry. I'm very self-conscious in interviews because I always think whenever you sort of go, oh yes, it's a vocation and I love it and stuff, you're always aware someone's watching this going, yeah, but you're shit.
I think it's a very important job, comedy. I think making people laugh. You feel better after a good laugh. You always do, you know what I mean? So if somebody can make you laugh, you're drawn to that person, like a moth to a flame.
Because it kind of makes us mortal. It's that kind of great leveler, and when you're laughing, you're equal. There's very few stand-up tragedy clubs. Good evening. Hello, my name is Orestes. Ah! But seriously, don't you hate it when you come home and your wife has gone off with others? If I was fighting in another country... Hold on a moment. Oh, gods, must you make me suffer? But seriously...
If you're not immediately ready to take the piss out of everything, then I think you're going to be too far the other way and essentially too accepting of things. And I don't believe in a world where people have a good balanced view and take the piss out of the risible and don't take the piss out of the sensible. I think you either say we're piss takers or we're not. And if we're not, we'll be too accepting and open to tyranny. And that's why the North Koreans are in the state they're now.
Yes. People with a sense of humour don't fly aeroplanes into buildings full of people.
I must say that armed robbers hate comedians more than any other occupation. What's the first thing they say to you? Don't try anything funny. One funny move and you've had it.